Hey everyone, it's Gray here, and I just want to throw together a quick concert review if I could. I know it's pretty dark in here since it's nighttime, but last night I saw Ben Folds live in Winston-Salem at a venue called the Ramcat, and yeah, it was just a really great show, so I guess it's less of a review and more I just want to go over a few details. Yeah, so my experience with Ben Folds music is that I know the first Ben Folds 5 album. I know all the songs in that pretty well, but that's the only real album by him I listened to all the way. I know most of his other hits, or at least a good bit of them, I think. So I'm not a huge fan, but I think I'm gonna start listening to a lot more now because it was a really great concert. I went with it was basically a whole family trip, and my brother, I think, is a bit bigger fan, and it was a great time all around. And Winston-Salem is Ben Folds' hometown, so he sort of said how it was nice to come home and stuff, and that was a pretty cool thing to see. I'd never been to the Ramcat before. It's sort of a venue inside this small building where there's a stage and standing room down below. Luckily, we were able to get a seat, a 4-chair seat on the balcony in the back of the room, so we had a really great view for the most part. And yeah, the Ramcat was a really nice venue. It reminds me a lot of Cat's Cradle in Carborough, except there I was on the ground pretty close up when I went to see Sloan that was last September, so over a year ago. So I'll just go over a few things about the concert. There was an opening act of a woman named Savannah Conley, and I would describe her as sort of a neo-folk artist, sort of with a more pop edge. But yeah, she was good. An amazing singer, obviously very talented. She only played about 5 or 6 songs, which I felt was appropriate since such a big name as Ben Folds was there. But yeah, she was good. Her particular genre is not something I've ever been really into, not really my cup of tea, sort of the neo-folk type stuff, but she was an amazing singer. So yeah, I felt she was a really good opening act. And real quick before I go into Ben Folds, I want to play just a few videos. I only got more towards the end. Cameras weren't prohibited, but I didn't want to take too many. So just a few little things. The first thing is a drum solo at the end of Stephen's Last Night in Town, where as soon as he ended the song, he got up and stage crew came over with a floor tom, and he just started, playing it, and he went over to where there was this drum seat, sat down, and more stage crew came out and started setting up a drum set around him, and he just started going on this drum solo. And there's most of that, and also a bit of Zach and Sarah, and the encore, which was Army, which were all the 3 last songs, I believe. So yeah, the three last numbers he played were very upbeat. There were a lot more introspective songs, sort of more from rock in the suburbs, which were also very good. So it was very balanced, I believe. I'd never seen a Ben Folds concert before, so I expected to hear maybe Brick or Still Fighting It or rock, maybe even Rock in the Suburbs, which I didn't, but that really didn't make the set list any less. Every single song was a very good one, even though half of them probably never heard before, but they were all good. It was just him and a piano, and he just blew it away. It was a very intimate type of performance. There was no band or anything, but he's obviously a powerhouse just by himself, so it was really sort of amazing. And one really cool thing that happened was, in about the middle of his set, he took 10-15 minutes and took his microphone, set it beside his piano, set up on top of his piano, and read a couple chapters from his recently released autobiography. And it was really cool because he said this all has to do within 2 or 3 blocks of here, because this is where he grew up. And there was a story where he his first paying job was playing polka songs in a German restaurant, and another story of how he got held up in his car, but he actually pulled a knife and the guy walked away, which took place when he was like just 16 years old. So some pretty cool stories, and he obviously has a deep connection, love for his hometown of Winston-Salem, which was a very cool thing to see. I guess there's not much more I can go into, just a very good concert, and I'm probably going to become a bigger Ben Folds fan after this. I hope to do more videos like this of seeing more concerts and stuff. And yeah, my next video, hopefully I'll come out with another record update, because I think I've gotten enough in since the last one. So yeah, if you're watching this video, thank you. Like if you want to, whatever you want to do. Good night.